Up the riffles in the green. It's got a chance, everybody. It's got a chance. Roar of the day. Robert McIntyre. Take a bow. Take a bow.
That is exactly what he needed right now as well.
He's had to be so patient, hasn't he? The only bird he's made is that tap in on 5 where he drove the green. And you just felt one of these players, as Paulie was saying, had to break out at some point. Wasn't expecting this one. Not sure Robert was either. It's a ripply green as well, steeply up the slope.
So he's within 2.
That brought a smile to a few people's faces, isn't it? My goodness.
Well, follow that, Ludvig.
Golden charge up the hill, a little bit of right to left attached to this, but like Bob's, slow.
Yes, and unlike McIntyre, didn't quite give it enough umpty. Just a 3. He stays at 15 under alongside McIntyre and Romain Longas, the clubhouse leader.
Third shot, Morikawa trying to get some spinach on it, and he did. Plays those well, really does. Great touch around the greens, whether it's from the sand or from the tight stuff or the long stuff, doesn't matter to this man. You're right, Dom. Integral part of the course. He's got to play it from here, so he's a little lucky. He's finished on the grass. Down the little ledge in the green. Have that for his part, 14 under. He's going to go home tonight and think, look at the chances I missed.
To Adam Scott at 15 out of position.
Square face, nudge it forward. Club slipped underneath it. See, it just popped up in the air. It was wanting a lower trajectory than that. Well.
How many twists and turns can you have on Sunday? Up to 18 once again, this time Matteo Manassero. We're hearing this one is for par. Dropped a shot at the par 5, 16th. His only bogey today. He's at 13 under par, just inside the top 10 as it stands.
Yeah, a lot of players tied at 13 under. This would be worth a lot of boodle to make sure it doesn't drop back further.
Well, it's going to cost him a few dollars and a few race to Dubai points as we head back over to 15 and the par putt for Adam Scott.
Well, a drop shot on this difficult 15th hole, but it opens it up for a whole host of players just behind him,
including this man.
Doesn't need it.
Cold northeasterly up the hill at 15. He left himself a long way back yesterday. It floated on him, so this needs to be pounded up that right side. You don't want to be leaving yourself 220 into this breeze at the minute.
Suddenly the volume's gone up a little bit.
Yeah, amazing when you hold a putt, isn't it? He looks more confident and so does the crowd.
That was a ripper, Anthony.
A ripper. Now needs to find something quick. Åberg, been surprised today, but he's only human. He's appeared all of a sudden. Wow, what a talent. But needs to try and finish this off up the hill.
Yeah, he gave that just a little bit more. Ludvig, Åberg. Can he save his par? Looks a bit shiny, this green. Can he? Yeah, he can. He's holding out magnificently. Dead centre, perfect pace. Stays at 14 under.
And Scott.
One of these lab putters. Interesting design, but seemed very effective.
So the Australian comes back to the pack, the lead back to 1. We'll go up to 18 and McIlroy for a closing par. .68 for Rory McIlroy. Still, no one has successfully defended the Genesis Scottish Open title.
.65, 66, 67, 68.
Wandering back towards the 16th tee.
Yeah, now the easiest birdie opportunity left on the golf course for these last couple of groups. Scotty with the driver over that first left bunker would be ideal.
Too much.
Heading towards the right rough.
Needs a lie, doesn't he? Needs a lie. Always a clump there. Looks like he sat down a bit, that. For Adam Scott. Hope Roman Langasque hasn't left the course.
Yes, he wouldn't have expected to be part of any playoff, but at the moment it's just a little bit of a struggle, isn't it? For those who've hit the front. Ludvig Åberg is a couple over par today, took a 2-shot lead into Sunday. Adam Scott got it 2 ahead and now pegged back. 62 for last year's US Open champion Wyndham Clark earlier today, and that fine 61 from Richard Mansell at the moment, hanging on to that final Open Championship spot. There's Rosner. He's just got the 18th to play now, and there is nothing he can do about it unless he holds his second shot there. Both McIntyre and Åberg in the fairway at 15.
Yeah, but once more, the wind's a factor, the flag's a factor. That's why we're just not seeing many birdies out here.
I was just going to say, Wally, we haven't said that too many times today, both in the fairway.
No, I think it's, on my count, it's the 3rd or 4th time.
I'm going straight out this minute, yeah? Yeah. 5 from the right, but you've got fairway right of that as well, so... Straight at it. Straight at it. Yeah. Flush it. You've got it. Step forward. Yeah, perfect.
10 nearer than yesterday, 207. Bunker really shouldn't be in play unless it floats. So we can actually have a go at this.
The guy was carrying a flag behind him.
Yeah,
Thought the flag was moving.
That's not our flag.
No.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Right, you got it again, middle of the trap, yeah. 2:15 minutes, straight out of finish. Come on.
Just leaned into it, left it left. I thought the bagpipes there might have Urge them on.
Yeah, I thought it might inspire him.
You're going all Braveheart on us, Sam.
9 yards nearer, 198 for Ludvig. I still can't believe he's well in this with a par 5 to come.
You're the right one. Yeah, golf shot's
More like it.
Yeah, that was a golf shot, wasn't it? One of the best we've seen over the last hour and a half here at 15.
Well worth another look at this putt, Sam.
Absolutely, Dom. This is what got him back into it. Nice turn off the right. Absolutely blocked the right in. Beautiful. As Ken said, biggest route. Roar of the day. Similar length to the putt he's got right now. His wee face here is brilliant. Not too much exciting, that's nice. Keep it under control.
Said coming into the week, didn't he? Felt as calm as he ever has done. Coming into his National Open Championship, they're not calm, that's for sure. They've got something to get excited about. The man who so very nearly won here 12 months ago is right in there, one behind. Up to 16, Morikawa.
No. As long as it stays right, even if it gets up on the greens,
Yeah, Colin Morikawa in the right-hand side rough of 16. I think this is going to come with a little bit of heat. I'm actually thinking, I'm not sure iron's going to be enough for him. It's maybe kind of like a choppy 5-wood and get it to run down that ball that sits at the front of the 16th screen.
Make it kind of just run. Because if it doesn't fly that far, I think it's still running to get to that front edge, right?
Yeah, the helping wind, even if it flies 210, it's going to get to that front edge.
Yep. Just good solid contact. Do you agree?
Yeah, where are you finishing? Or where are you trying to land?
He's got 5 iron, Nico.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I don't think that's going to jump enough for him. I mean, you say that, but if it bounces like 50, 60 yards short of green, there is that big slope that gets you into the ball. So even if it doesn't fly, he has a chance to get it on the green like that.
On the right-hand side. Kind of okay.
To the 15th, and Bob McIntyre can lightning strike twice.
Yeah, good 6 feet of break on this, left to right for McIntyre. But really, the last 15 feet, just sharply down the hill. It won't get away from him, but that's the focus, I think.
Great view of it there. Down the hill, McIntyre. Is it going to come back from there? Is it? No, it's not. One of those. Oh, that's a long way by.
Over to 16, Scott.
That's a much better line that looked from this guy. You can get this there exactly the same as Morikawa, just touch further. Oh, does he like it? I don't know. But he got there comfortably. That's not bad leave at all. He'll be putting that across the green. He'll be happy with that. He didn't want any more chips.
Once again to 15, and this time the birdie putt for Åberg.
Yeah, just up the left. This is all pace. He needs to Feel like he's almost hitting that foot harder than he wants to, I think, up this hill.
Oh dear.
Beautiful pace to that putt. Suffering on the greens today, isn't he? Åberg, 1 birdie all day. That's about 6 feet of the 5th.
Fabulous temperament. Jamie, I mean, he just takes everything in his stride. What happens to him? No bothered.
Yeah, his attitude is the 15th club in his bag, isn't it? He just accepts things, tries to play each shot as an individual item, which is very hard to do. It's an emotional game. Very emotional for some.
A huge putt now for McIntyre. Just made birdie at 14. He will be desperate not to give it back here.
It's good 5 feet. Has to come from his right. Hard to get a look for it, but yeah, it's good 5 feet. But it is up the hill.
Well, that for me was as good as the putt on the last. The heart would have been thumping there. Just do not want to give it straight back, and he didn't. Well, game on, isn't it?
Yeah, this par 5 16th hole could prove decisive, couldn't it, in the outcome of this championship? But nothing is done and dusted until you've got through 18, obviously. Such a difficult par 4, albeit playing slightly downwind today.
Yeah, easiest hole this 16th. Been a couple of eagles on it. 38 birdies, so plenty of chances down 16. However, 18's a real stretch.
Right, from the tee at 16 down green side.
Yeah. Okay.
Mariko's got a great lie from the semi-rough. Needs to lob it over that ball. And then it's all down to the hole. You can get this really close, Mariko. Well, and as we know, this is, you know, probably the last real birdie opportunity on this golf course. Reason why it takes a bit of time to make sure he gets this right.
Look, high to me, I've got a window of like 3 yards. You know, if I miss it long, it's gonna go long, and that's not the spot I want to be.
He has chipped and pitched it very nicely so far today, but he needs a good one here. He'll assume that Adam Scott is going to make birdie from where he is. 2 behind currently.
He's lucky it got that far. He duffed that. Hit the ground first. Got it up the blades.
Back to the tee, McIntyre.
Soft.
Favouring the right-hand side because of the bunkers down. Oh, that's just found the worst spot, isn't it? Probably the thickest stuff on the whole golf course, that.
Well, up to Adam Scott now. He's got the putter out.
Yeah, Scotty's about putt. That's what, 30 paces, I'd say. A fair bit of right to left early in the last 10 feet. Slowly coming back to the hole the other way, left to right.
What about this? What about this from Adam Scott? That's that 5 or 6 inches away from an eagle 3. That may well have sealed the deal. It is going to be a birdie. going to reopen his 2-shot lead.
Out.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, it really is heavy stuff.
Yeah, it's the worst lie of the day. Actually,
Mate,
the worst lie of the week I've seen.
I'm not even kidding you. What's under my right foot?
Call for referee.
A referee?
Please.
And that's not fucking... I felt it on my... The only reason I noticed it was when I took the practice swing from the studs.
As he's still on the ball here.
He's coming.
Is it his ball?
Well, it must be.
Why was he taking a practice swing with the other?
But I probably
What do you mean I
can't see it.
noticed
Obviously, I never
that?
saw it
It was
either.
my right foot. When I took the practice swing, I heard it on my spikes.
And he said, what's on it? Well, it can't be a snake. What is it?
Or he's standing on something.
I'm not trying to play it here, but I've just taken a practice swing.
Yeah.
And I heard the sprinkler, right? Because I've got metals on the front, a couple of spikes, but I was taking practice swing there.
Yes.
The minute I go here, I'm on the sprinkler.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it was there because the grass was over it.
I mean, that's kind of irrelevant. I mean,
What a
the fact
break.
that it is there,
Okay.
just because you've now exposed it. Yeah.
I mean, if I didn't have spikes on, I would never have
Almost
noticed
wouldn't have heard it because it was under the grass, yeah.
I mean, that's,
But it's there, isn't it?
that's kind of irrelevant. I mean,
Yeah.
it's simply there. So keep going, keep going. So a little bit back, just a couple of there.
Well, well, well.
Now Scotty steps up on the 17th tee, 203. You have to bring this ball from the right hand side. The only catch is that the wind comes from the opposite direction, so it's not easy.
Easy.
Well, that's not the easiest two-putt. This situation. Safe side for Scott.
It will. And then when it travels, I point it.
Oh. Doesn't sound like you're on. No, I just.
Well, what a break this is for Bob McIntyre.
Yeah, it's a good lie. I mean, the lie, like I said, it was the worst of the week. Spikes sales will go through the roof tomorrow in every pro shop in the land. But you heard him. He didn't know it was there. He felt it through his spike. Big break.
I can't believe what he said. You're not going to believe this. I'm not at it, honest. The spikes found a sprinkler. Wow. What a break.
Sprinkler in the middle of the rough as well.
That's why the grass is so long round about it.
Now Morikawa, his turn on 17. He doesn't have the right shape for this whole location, I'm afraid. Is he going to be able to hold it into the wind?
Thank you. Thank you. If I block a view, you may as well have a better view. Cheers.
Adam Scott has won in Scotland, you know, up at Glen Eagles, albeit 22 years ago on the Scottish PGA. Says he absolutely loves playing golf in Scotland. To 16 again, and McIntyre having taken his drop.
Yeah, he's looking at a different line. He was chipping sideways 2 minutes
I mean,
ago.
we hammered that one yesterday up the last. Went 215 yesterday, the ground was in the wind, but hammered that to jump, and it only got 215.
But that was in the wind.
That was into the wind.
Do we go 7 iron? Mate, anything landing 10, 15 short of the green runs.
Yeah.
7.
I don't mind it.
Smash.
To be honest, mate, even if it gets in that front ball, it's fine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you see that TV tower?
Yeah.
And then you've got so the middle of the green is the first bit right of that.
Okay.
That's good caddying.
6.
I don't mind that. Long's fine as well. If this jumps in as long, it's fine. Pitching
Has
back
to
in
jump.
the wind or anything as well.
25, 30 short of this, it will release all the way to the flag.
Look at this from McIntyre. That is unbelievable, and Bob McIntyre has that for an eagle 3 and to tie the lead.
I don't know what I don't know what to say.
237 for his playing partner. Can he reply?
He's walking after it. It's going to come back down the bank.
McIntyre would have done well to get that ball on the fairway from the other line. And now he's got, what, 8-footer, 7-footer for eagle. Unbelievable.
It was almost like he thought he'd done something wrong. That's why I thought he's done something wrong at first when he...
Nothing wrong about it. They're the rules. What a shot, though. They worked it out. He took the 6. Thought 7 was a stretch from 250. And just the perfect line, wasn't it? Scooted up, and it's just going to get closer from here. Fairy tale stuff. The pipes, the pipes.
Fabulous shot, yeah. Well, now Scott's got 2-putt 17.
He'll have to get over the top of the hill before he can actually see where it's finished, but he will have heard the applause. Over to 17 and Scott.
This is all down the green from Scotty from the right edge. Maybe a foot and a half of break coming from his left-hand side.
Go, go, go.
And it has gone. And that's an excellent putt.
Well, it was just looking like, well, Scott's just going to par the last 2 to win, but oh my goodness, Bob McIntyre, what a wee Scottish hero.
So Adam Scott makes his par. He stays at 17 under. At the moment, 2 shots ahead. Well, in the autumn of his career, this would be some win, wouldn't it, for Adam Scott? But Bob McIntyre looks like he's going to have something to say about it. Ludvig Åberg, I beg your pardon, may still have a say. It is going to be between those 3 now, with Morikawa not really able to push forward after that double drop at 11.
I think you'll be able to tell better than me by your practice swings. If you've got firmness around here, then you can. If it's kind of soft around there, then no, it's tough.
You know what I mean? So I would feel it in your practice swings over there, how soft the turf is.
I think I can get club on it first, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
You good with it?
Yeah.
All right.
Similar to the 10th for Åberg here. It's just a worn-out, sandy, sort of linksy lie. And he needs good 6 feet of height and carry it over the downslope. Yeah, that was not fun.
Similar kind of turf. It's got that softness that you need, is what I heard, rather than that firm.
Yeah, it's the sandiness of the turf as well. If you don't quite get it, that's what happens.
The They knew about it because he said to him, I think I'll definitely get ball first, which is what you had to do, but he didn't. It's a cruel game, isn't it?
Up to the 18th, the challenging closing par 4 here at the Renaissance Club.
Yeah, I mean, listen, on paper it's quite simple. You know, it's probably just like a 3 with this downwind to try to make the fairway a bit wider for Scotty, because it's a very accessible pin position. I think if you come from the fairway, you can give yourself another good birdie look. But with driver, you can easily run out down the right-hand side.
I think he's gone for the driver, Nico.
Sit. He's to sit. Stay in the shorts though, just trickling through. That's fine.
Well, take 2 putter. This is the play, isn't it? Of this really tight line. I mean, how good a chipper you are. It's just very difficult. 4th shot though.
Went sideways.
His chances are slipping away now. Sungjae Im up at the 18th for a closing birdie.
Just to get in the top 5. Oh, well done, Sungjae Im. Nice with McIlroy.
Back on the tee, Morikawa.
Come on, Adam, take it home. Let's go.
Straight.
Yep, good tee shot from Morikawa. 3rd hardest hole on the course, though, 18. Even though it's down breeze, there's only been 7 birdies on it all day.
You couldn't script it, this for birdie. Yeah, got it. Good finish.
Another one at 14 under.
Both birdie in the last, they could sell those.
Åberg must make back at 16. And that, I'm afraid, is likely his race run. Barring something truly miraculous, he falls 3 behind.
Been quite disciplined here, McIntyre. He's obviously had to wait for his playing partner. He's sort of stayed away from it for quite a while. I could barely see anything in this. If anything, it might move half a cut, but I certainly wouldn't give the hole away. I think firm and straight would do the job.
He's had some big moments, hasn't he, over the last 12 months or so, with his Ryder Cup debut, with that victory in Canada. And of course with the near miss here last year. And now another one to tie the lead.
If this goes in, they'll hear the roar in Åberg. Huge putt.
And it is an eagle. And Scotland's Bob McIntyre moves alongside Adam Scott. The dream victory stays alive. 2 holes to go here at Renaissance. He's very much kept his focus, hasn't he, McIntyre, throughout the whole week, and especially out there today. A lot of pressure on his shoulders coming into this tournament on the back of that win in Canada.
Well, he's held 3 putts when he needed the most. 14 for the birdie hole there. Great par putt on 15, and that one for the eagle. And there he is, tied at the top. Long walk to calm down as well to 17. Probably needs it.
And remember, it is 25 years since we've had a Scottish winner of the Genesis Scottish Open. McIntyre and Åberg make their way over to the 17th tee. We can head across to 18. Who's first away here? Is it Morikawa, Nico?
It is Colin Morikawa first, yeah. He's just in the semi in the right-hand side. An okay guy. From 156. Just a nice little wedge for him.
Both look like perfect.
I'm sorry, Sam?
So I was just going to say, they both look like perfect lies. Nico, no chances of flyers. Look like they're sitting up at the top.
Maybe Morikawa, maybe a little. But we'll talk about Adam Scott later. Now, Colin, I mean, you don't necessarily have to go right at this. You know, you have the bottom part of the slope that goes onto the top tier. That is actually a really nice spot to putt from and to make the ball come in from. Although Colin likes a little cut shot, so I think he'll be quite aggressive with this.
Brave and nearly brilliant. A little unlucky it stopped so quickly. And straight at it. Safely on board. Back down the fairway to Adam Scott.
Now Scotty's got 144 and the ball is sitting perfectly. He would have been walking all the way down hoping that that ball was sitting exactly like that, because that is exactly the lie that he needs to have full control of this shot. 144 wind down off the left.
Fabulous shot. About giving himself a chance. He doesn't know what's going on behind. He won't have seen that yet. He'll see it in a minute when it gets up to the green. He'll know that Bob McIntyre's made eagle.
To McIntyre at 17.
And 203, there has to be an acceptance of hitting this up the right side. Stay away from the left. There's no future there.
Well, in the hollow, it's a tricky putt up the hill, and then green runs away from you a little bit, but okay. Must be buzzing, mustn't it? Must be absolutely buzzing.
His heart rate.
Oh. Well, it's been more than 4 years since Adam Scott tasted victory. You have to go all the way back to February 2020, the Genesis Invitational, to his last win on either the DP World Tour or the PGA Tour.
Please welcome the 14 PGA Tour victories, 11 on the DP World Tour, the 2013 Masters champion, the 2020 Genesis Invitational winner from Australia, Adam Scott.
Hard to believe Adam's got an absolutely brand new set of clubs except his putter. Every single one. 17, Åberg.
Ooh, if it goes a bit further back, he's going to show Bob the line. Ooh, it's touch and go. Who's going to go first? Be a big advantage to be the second one playing there.
Up to 18, and it's going to be Morikawa first away with the birdie putt.
Well, it's a bit of a similar scenario here because they both come from the same side of the hole, a slightly different angle. Both putts left to right. This one's slightly outside the left. But I'm curious, I mean, this 18th green is a bit tricky to read, especially that part of the green. And I wonder if it's left to right all the way or if that ball is going to stay to the left-hand side at the end. They're putting downwind as well, which makes a little bit of a difference sometimes on how the ball would move or if the ball would be taken.
Adam Scott's got a beady eye on this, certainly the last third of it.
He was running round there quickly.
Yes,
You're dead right, and it saw that it just moves left at the hole. Huge putt for Scott, and a huge 2-putt coming up on 17 for Bobby McIntyre. It's never over till it's over.
Yeah, the only thing with Scotty's putt here is they're coming from a slight different angle. His ball's going to move a lot more right at the beginning, and maybe, as we saw, Morikawa's putt is going to hang on left. So difficult one to read, especially under the circumstances.
Nico, is there a leaderboard there?
Yes, there is, but they've shut the TV down. They've just put the leaderboard, so he knows.
He knows, okay.
It's quite an inviting looking putt.
Looking for something that wasn't there.
Well, we saw Morikawa's ball going left. I thought it was going to go left, so did he, but it certainly didn't. He set a target.
Yeah, and who'd have thought after that very ugly double bogey at 8 that he would come back as he has done with birdies at 9 and 10. A couple more gains on the back nine. And it's closing 67, and Adam Scott, at 43 years young, has set the target. McIntyre, who is 16 years his junior.
That was a good putt. Not easy to get it stone dead. The line was great, just a fraction hard. Well, it's a smelly 6-footer back.
It's a par at the last for Colin Morikawa. And a closing 69. Just never got it going on the back nine, did he? Didn't manage to birdie the 10th and then made a horrible double himself at number 11. Åberg up the slope as well. What will he have learnt from McIntyre? Quite a bit. How do you think he'll feel about his display out there today, Ken?
It was a little lacklustre. He's never really got it going. What I've liked about him, though, he's just gone about his business all the way.
And so, an absolutely crucial putt for McIntyre.
think probably the shot that really took the round apart a little bit was his chip out at number 11, where he chipped into the cross bunker.
Åberg.
Yeah, Åberg, yeah.
McIntyre to stay in a share of the lead with Adam Scott.
Beautiful. Brilliant putt. Brilliant putt. Birdie to win. Well, he birdied it last year, hitting 3 wood in. He's only going to have wedge in today with a good drive, so...
He'd rather not be playing from the same spot. That left-hand side of 18. Well, it's about, 20 to 5 in the morning over on the east coast of Australia. Not sure whether people will have stayed up.
They'll just be firing up the Barbie.
It's good to see him back up there, though, isn't it, Adam Scott? He is such a classy individual.
Yeah, that double at number 8, then he went birdie after that, hold that bunker shot number 9, which is the turning point in his day. Well, a very different hole from last year, when it was blowing an absolute hoolie in the player's face. Today, but helping off the left, the breeze.
Yeah, we've said it all week. Anything up that right side, those 2 bunkers just stare at you. There's a good 40 yards right of them of the cut stuff. That's what's needed here to give him the chance to make 3, McIntyre.
Going with the driver, he's been an all-out attack. Just got to be careful, isn't it too far? It's just 80%. Okay, Sam?
Yeah, it's similar to where Scott was. Not as good a lie, it doesn't look like, but...
Åberg also with driver here.
Yeah, perfect play. Wall's not in play today. That wind's just sort of turning on more on the left than helping.
Heading towards the bunkers down the left-hand side. And just about sums up his day, I'm afraid.
It's back 9. I think he's 4 over on the back 9.
As you saw from the caption as he took his tee shot there, this hole's not been particularly kind to Bob McIntyre so far this week. A couple of bogeys and a par to date. But we all remember that birdie last year, that 3 wood from the left rough. An absolutely unbelievable strike. He made the birdie putt, he got in, he thought he'd won it, we all thought he'd won it, and then McIlroy birdied 17 and 18 in the howling gale to rob him of victory.
He's already said this is the one he wants. He's dreamt about this all his life, and in those dreams that you have, you're always going to be birdieing the last to win. Adam Scott sitting there.
Banana, perhaps he thinks there's a bit more business to be done today.
He's hoping.
Well, with the pin on the right and your tee shot down the right and just in the fluffy rough, it's still, although it's only going to be some sort of wedge or maybe a little 9-iron, it's a tight pin.
Being a left-hander, it's a draw, which he likes. You can draw it into that flag from the middle of the green. There's a right-hander would have to cut it into it.
Yeah, and there's that little slope just to the left of the flag. If you get a bit of draw off, it can gather the ball up.
A birdie at the last to win your National Open Championship.
Doesn't get better.
Dream of a lifetime when he was a youngster growing up.
No one's going anywhere. Wally, have you managed to take a look at the lie?
It's sitting beautifully. You couldn't ask for a cleaner, better looking lie in the first cut than that.
So, 140 odd to go, Wally.
Yeah, more like 160.
And that break ahead at the 16th was just unbelievable, really, wasn't it? Because he would have done well to get the ball out of the lie it was in and eventually makes an eagle.
Who would have thought that would have been the reinvention of the metal spike? They'll all be out buying metal spikes now.
Got a break, he still had to hit the shot, didn't he? And my word, did he?
Go on, Bob. It's your best lad.
All he did, Ludvig Åberg find the bunker, or is he in the rough down that left-hand side?
He's actually about 6 inches above the bunker. He's got very little. He might be able to get a jumper and get lucky, but it's a one-off, that lie. You don't get many of those in your career. Somehow managed to stay out of the bunker.
Is it his shot or Bob's?
It should be his shot. Bob strikes me as someone who's quite happy to wait though, Sam. He seems pretty relaxed out here. He's got the experience of this position last year. I mean, it's really standing him in good stead, in my opinion.
I think you're right, Wally. I think he's a different golfer, isn't he, compared to 12 months ago, everything he's been through.
I don't believe that they're supposed to be in.
Yeah,
when he
win's a
birdied
win,
it last year,
when
he
you
thought
play
it
as
was
well as you
birdie to
did
win.
in front of your home crowd last year, well, you must be feeling amazing at the minute. He has not disappointed.
Are we sitting comfortably?
As I mentioned, Åberg very little here. Actually needs to be careful with the left wrist and the right ankle.
Sounded like good contact, didn't it?
Brilliant shot, considering.
Well, a par for McIntyre gets him in a playoff. It's that sort of balance. You don't want to be over greedy and end up dropping a stroke. It's an easy par from here.
Just a smooth one.
Yeah, perfect.
The perfect lie, 167 to a back flag.
He's been attacking all day. The shot. Very, very good shot. Enough attacking in it, but without being too over-aggressive. Gives himself a chance. Gives himself a chance.
Yes, Bob McIntyre will have a putt to win here in Scotland. The Pied Piper. Remember, 25 years since Colin Montgomerie won the Scottish Open.
FAB, I used to say on Thunderbirds.
Well, and there's a maturity in that shot as well, Ken. He wasn't taking any risks.
It could have so easily put it in the bunker and taken the 5 and took a card. Would have been such a shame, but going well.
Currently the world number 4 from Sweden, Ludvig Åberg. And please welcome a two-time winner on the DP World Tour, the winner of this year's RBC Canadian Open on the PGA Tour, 2023 Ryder Cup winner. He's Scotland's number 1 from Åberg, Bob McIntyre.
He'll need to just settle himself down again, won't he? Control the emotions, control the breathing. He's done a great job of it so far.
Often a player in this situation goes to the range, don't they? Flick a few balls away if they think there's going to be a playoff.
Åberg will be first to play. Remember, he started the day with a two-shot lead, coming down the 18th, 3 behind Scott and McIntyre.
Yeah, looking at his card, a couple of 6s on it at the par 5s, and just been one of those days.
Yeah, decent lie. It's a learning process at his age. Chop this up, use the bank. Such a beautiful finishing hole, and the green is to match. Every chance here, right to left for McIntyre.
Well, is it, I wonder, written in the stars?
Well, his win at the Canadian Open was the highlight of his career, but I think if he can pop this one in, it'd be the biggest moment, possibly, of his life so far.
Incredible, you could hear a pin drop out there.
For birdie and the win. Goodness gracious me! Wonderful, wonderful scenes around the 18th here at the Renaissance Club. Bob McIntyre is the toast of Scotland. Now the emotion hits him. He's kept it all bottled up all week. And he has got the one he said he really wants. He has won the Genesis Scottish Open. He has won his National Open Championship.
Can't believe it. It's happened.
Eagle birdie.
He's completely overcome, isn't he? I think he's still having to pinch himself. Åberg, meanwhile, for par at the last. Yeah, well done. not his day, but there will be plenty more to come for this special talent. How about that? Man on a mission after what happened last year. It's the coolness, isn't it? The calmness about which he went his business on this final day, all week in fact.
I think he thought momentarily he was going to miss.
Short.
Hey! Wonderful two at the 14th, the eagle at the 16th when the golfing gods were certainly looking down on him, and that putt at the last, well, its last gasp. Please. Oh,
Lovely scenes, aren't they? Pure, unbridled joy. Why don't we hear from our champion, Robert McIntyre, with Tim Barter.
Robert, many, many congratulations. You've dreamt of winning this championship since you were a little kid playing at Glencluton. Your dream just came true. The reality is here now. Just describe what you're feeling in this moment.
I think I've lost my voice after the scream when that ball just, I thought it was short. Look, I've put a lot of work into this and I've changed a lot within the team and I've just worked hard and I wanted the Scottish Open and I've got the Scottish Open and the crowd's been unbelievable. And look, I got a bit of luck on 16 that you need a bit of luck to win golf tournaments, and I couldn't believe when I took a practice swing that I heard a sprinkler underneath my foot where my spikes are, and I'm like, no way. It was covered and I just thought, we've got lucky here, Mike, and it was meant to be.
Nothing happening in that round until 13 holes. Basically, you're 3 shots behind with 5 holes to go. You hold a bomb on 14. You get a bit of luck on 16. Talk to me through the putt on the last and the reaction of this enormous crowd.
Yeah, well, we're hitting in there and we're just trying to give ourselves a chance. That was the job, give yourself a chance. And I knew it was roughly pin high because it was underneath the slope. And in my head, I just kept saying to myself, that's what you dreamed of as a kid. And I done it, Tim.
You certainly have done it. You're headed into the Open Championship with a massive boost of confidence. All this lot are going to be behind you there as well. Just describe how you're feeling going in there, how much confidence and belief you've got from this win.
It's incredible. I mean, next week's a new week, but I tell you one thing, I'm going to celebrate this with my family, friends and everyone here. I'm going to celebrate this one hard, and we'll pitch up to the Open when we pitch up to the Open.
Many, many congratulations. Fantastic going, Robert. Well done.
Thank you. Cheers, Tim.
It sounds like it's going to be quite the night, doesn't it?
To watch another DP World Tour video, click here, and to subscribe, click here.